From a distance. Don't start singing. Here it is. This is the new article, which seems very, very similar to an article they wrote in 2012. That's the brand new one that they just wrote.
An annual conference.
So I guess we're not doing, Justin, we're not doing a frame by frame today?
Nope.
Okay. I thought we were. Testing, sound, 1, 2, 3. Testing, sound, 1, 2, and 3. How's that sound? Does it sound good?
Oh, I think I have a deep.
So I definitely sent you the link. I wanted you to check that out. I'm going to send a tweet now saying that we're not doing frame by frame analysis. I'm going to say, you're on camera now. I see in here all of your production issues. Great. We're live right now, everybody.
Okay. Oh, we are?
Hello, everybody. Yes, we are live.
If we want, we could do half and half.
We are live. So since we're live now, making sure that the microphones work properly. Yes, I know. Yes, thank you. Hi, Jure. How are you doing?
Hi, Jure. Is Jure watching?
Yeah, Jure's watching the live show.
Jure.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah? Nice to see you, buddy. And hello, it looks like the rest of our team of audience might already be trying to tune in. I'm going to send a message out to the Twitterverse. Don't say hi on my phone. Say hi to us here. He's sending me smiley faces.
Oh.
Okay.
How do you monitor the chat?
Justin has it on the iPad.
We can shift it so that it is more direct.
Well. Oops, do I have messages? Private messages?
Yeah, come sit down. Come. We just moved.
Oh,
You're
here.
gonna sit on the hand chair?
Then we'll
I didn't
move
know
it.
that.
Or we can all fit, maybe. This is kind of another seat.
You could just sit on the hand chair.
OMG, happy Hobbits.
That's right.
Hi, guys. Very nice. Oh my grand.
That's my butt.
Oh my god.
Why is it a still of my butt?
That's you know.
That's right, Jeffrey. Hi, Jeffrey. Hello, everybody. Yes, I was just about to say that.
Hi.
Hello.
We won't be doing...
We've never been on Torn Tuesday when it was filmed downstairs before.
Yeah. It's pretty spiffy.
So this is unique, being amidst the store.
Mm-hmm. Apologies ahead of time for the brain dead stares you might be getting from me in particular. Probably from everyone else too. It's the Comic-Con-itis. Post-Comic-Con-itis.
Yes. And I have a suspicion she's getting sick because she's pretty tuckered.
A little. Yes, that is a beautiful shot of your...
Yeah, why is it?
I'm not sure. How's everybody doing?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Torn Tuesday. Looks like Justin is going to come around the corner whenever he comes around the corner.
Whenever he reappears.
He'll be coming around the mountain when he comes.
comes.
Yeah, so whenever he's arriving, he'll be sitting over here on my left. He could pretend to be the Chris Hardwick moderator of the
Yeah,
show.
he could be our
Exactly.
mod.
He could be
can
the
sit
moderator, yeah. And I'm going to say
Yes,
With-
I agree. The Billy Boy singing.
Happy Hobbits.
That
Will
was
you
amazing.
have peace or war, Justin? Oh, the chat's moving fast.
It's very fast. Come sit down, laddie. Beaufort needs to join the crowd.
He's trying to make the microphone work. No one wants to hear us anyway. Feeling Keely next to a cliff.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
We
a
are
funny
next to
joke.
a cliff.
Two
Or
dwarves.
We might fall off a cliff.
Two dwarves and an ent.
What happens if I push you off the cliff?
Ha ha ha.
A Keely, a Feely, a Quick Beam, and then a guy on my left who hasn't read the book yet. So
Who we like to call
Who we've
Beaufort.
named Beaufort, so you know. The hat.
Because of the hats.
it's very funny.
Boy.
Please remove the on-screen graphic. We can't see what the on-screen graphic is. Oh.
Alright, let's start.
Okay.
Yay.
Oh, this isn't lagging.
Hello, everybody. We're ready to start the show? I think I'm ready to start the show.
I think we are ready to start the show.
It's been a while since we've done this.
Quite a
Yeah,
while.
A year.
Yeah, probably a year.
Yeah.
Quite a while. So hello everybody in the chat, folks online. Hello, people are texting and tweeting and writing to us.
Or just watching silently, because that's cool too.
You know there is a Torn hotline. You guys do know that, don't you?
No.
Well, indeed, there's a hotline. They can call, or they can just send a message, and or they can send messages in the Ustream, which has a built-in channel called the One Ring Net. Our hotline number, if you guys want to text and be part of the live streaming show, area code 530-64-FRODO. Okay? Area code 530, number 6, number 4, FRODO. Frodo. No, so you guys know that's the hotline. Always use it. Enjoy the show. We're about to begin,
please.
with or without Justin. Comic-Con survival guide. We can talk
Whoa.
about what somebody needs to know and what they need to prepare for, because
I like that.
it's your second or third?
Third.
Your third Comic-Con in a row.
Yeah.
And for me, it was my 15th.
Wow.
I mean,
Old. You're so old.
what is, I know your 10-year anniversary is a certain something, like bronze or whatever, or platinum. No, that's not it. But what's your 15-year anniversary?
I don't know.
I want someone in the chat room to look up on the Hallmark website, because Hallmark Cards knows the associations with anniversary gifts for every anniversary. The first one is paper, second one is clocks, third one is wood, and then they go iron, copper, steel, and they go all the way up to more precious metals and then jewels and gems and things. But what is your 15th anniversary worth, according to Hallmark Cards? Look that up for me. I'd like to know that. Little correspondences with my anniversary, but
Yeah.
my Comic-Con may have been my last. Gasp. It may be the last Comic-Con that I might attend for a while, because there's no more Middle-earth films to actually talk about after this last one. And next, who knows, we might go back to Comic-Con and talk about the books.
Yeah.
We might talk about the original stories.
Yes.
Yeah,
We-
Tolkien himself.
We might talk about other adaptations of Tolkien
Yeah.
that
Or
will
the
be...
Tolkien film.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yes. We could actually talk about the biopic.
Yeah.
They're going to do a life story, two of them in competition. Two biography pictures of the life of John Ronald Reuel Tolkien.
Crystal is the answer.
The answer is Crystal. For 15-year anniversary, it's my...
Oh yeah, someone wrote that.
Thank you. That's correct. Feel the power of the dark crystal. Yes.
We just saw
It was my dark crystal anniversary at Comic-Con. Thank
we
you.
saw the Dark Crystal.
Why
Thank
can't
you.
it just be chocolate
What do you mean
cake?
we just saw?
We just at the Jim Henson
And then we get
studio.
it
They
for
have
some
the
reason.
actual vulture creatures from the Dark Crystal.
The
on
Skeksis.
display. The Skeksis.
The Skeksis, really?
The original Skeksis, and it's,
Brilliant.
They're creepy in person, aren't they?
And
Yeah.
they're-
Pretty cool, though.
They're creepy in the film too. Well, when did you guys take a little tour of the? You'll need to slouch down so the top of your head isn't cut off.
We literally just did that.
You just.
We
You
did
just.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, you were
Came
just
from
at the Henson
Yeah.
Studios. Oh, I didn't know you were touring that today.
Yeah.
That's why we're
Sort
late.
of tour.
And
We're late. We
A wizard is never late.
We
No
were
one's here.
delayed.
It
How
was
much-
also
how much
Charlie
was the tour?
Charlie Chaplin's
Yeah, it's the oldest sound stages in Hollywood.
Is it?
The very
That
first
was
ones.
so cool.
Built in the middle of orange groves. Want to see a great movie? Watch Chaplin with Robert Downey Jr. as Charles Chaplin.
They think
You got to see it.
Cillian Murphy
But we've seen a full.
would be a good Chaplin.
He looks almost identical to him when you compare the in-color photo of Chaplin to without the sash and everything.
Really, with
then
Murphy?
with Murphy,
Yeah.
it's
Cillian
kind of
Murphy?
freaky.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
Cillian Murphy. And I
Well,
would-
that movie has been definitively done. Like
Yeah.
after you've done Gandhi with
Yeah.
Ben Kingsley playing Gandhi,
Yeah.
that's like no one's ever going to do another one. That was
Yeah.
the definitive Charlie Chaplin movie was Robert Downey Jr., a younger Robert Downey Jr., Oscar-worthy performance, and he was nominated. I don't think he won, but he was nominated. Awesome. And you'll see nothing around but orange groves.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Back when LA was nothing but pistachios and oranges and tomatoes, and
Yeah.
that's all there was. Migrant farm workers. And here comes Chaplin. He's like, here's a spot. I'll build a soundstage right here. And everyone thought he was nuts.
Yeah.
You know, like what an investment. And now it's such a classic place. For many decades, it stood there as the central offices of A&M Records.
Huh.
Yes, the A&M Records, Herb Alpert, and the Tijuana Brass, Herb Alpert's original record label, and now it is Henson Studios. What other cool things did you see at the
There
Henson
was
Workshop?
Kermit. There's a Kermit on the gate dressed as Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
very cool.
And he's got a top hat.
Yeah,
that was
right.
very
Okay.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he faces La Brea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's at La Brea Avenue, just south of Sunset Boulevard, right around the corner from here. You guys got to see it sometime.
So speaking of Comic-Con survival guides, this is your third Comic-Con, so you've had a different experience every time.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
gotten progressively
Probably the
crazier
most
every time.
important
Is that
having
true?
a cushioned bed. to
Yeah,
live.
that's
Comfortable
true.
bed, comfortable shoes, food and water.
Yep.
And taking the time to sleep. We
Yes.
slept more at this convention than
And,
any of our other
and even
ones.
if you don't get that much sleep, make sure, like we said, it's in a comfortable spot because that will make all the difference.
Yeah, in the quality of your
Sometimes
sleep.
all you can get is a piece of floor, but make the best of
Because
it.
the first couple of cons you were just like so overwhelmed, like there's so much to do. We can do this, we can do this, and we can go see this, and we can go watch this, and let's go to this party, and let's
And
meet this
then
person.
this year we ended up, besides the one-ring panel, we only went to
part.
like half of one, and
Half
then that
of a
was it.
panel, that
Because
was
there's
it.
so much to do and so many
So,
people to
because if
see.
you want to go to panel, that means you have to give up
At least half
sometimes-
your day.
Sometimes 5 hours of your day waiting in line.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Have you guys noticed, like, just the difficulty in getting around from place to place?
Oh my gosh.
the
It's
strain,
torture.
the strain on the infrastructure
Yeah.
of the city,
Yeah.
the strain on just walking down the sidewalk
It's
just
terrible.
to get somewhere.
It takes.
insane.
It's like some place that should take you 5 minutes to walk to, inside or outside the convention center,
Yeah.
will take you half hour. It's
Yep.
terrible.
Yeah,
longer if
it's-
you're in cosplay.
Yes, and if you're in
Yeah.
cosplay, sweating
Yeah.
in armor and everything.
Oh God, it's nuts.
It's gone to the point
It's
where
so
San Diego
bad.
Comic Con is almost. I mean, of course it's worth it. It's awesome, but it's. The smaller conventions are much more fun.
Well, the problem is you look at San
Bingo.
Diego Comic Con, you're like, Peter Jackson's going to be there, Benedict Cumberbatch
You
is
don't
gonna
get
be
to
there.
see him.
Cool. You're never going to see him.
At a
Unless-
smaller convention like FantasyCon or a Dragon Con, I mean, from what I've heard, you have much more of a chance of interacting or even just saying hi or whatever instead of,
Absolutely.
oh, there they are, speck at the front of the room and it takes me half my day to get
And you're in a room of 6,000 or
Yes.
7,000 people, but that was a room that you had to wait in line 24 hours to get into.
Right.
Hall H is like the ultimate in the geek universe.
32 hours was the lineup, and they
Yeah,
capped the
32-hour
line
lineup.
at 10,000.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
capped the line at 10,000.
because the room only holds how many people?
8,600, and they
8,600.
and they sleep out all night. There were sleeping bags.
Yes.
2.6 miles long. I walked the whole line with a pedometer to see how long the line was. It was 2.6 miles.
Wow.
You're kidding me.
Double backing, I had to though, right?
It's nuts.
Yeah, it goes back and then back to the Hilton and then back to the Marriott.
You people who do that are very determined, very strong.
I'll tell you, I like the experience of going to San Diego for one of the main reasons. I turn the corner, go up an escalator, and I bump into someone famous from
Yes.
movies like
Right.
Doug Jones.
Yes.
Right.
Okay? He's more accessible and available to people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there, I turn the corner, oh, hi, and there's Doug. And he's like, oh, huggles. It's like, I love
Yeah.
this. And so I bump into people at Comic-Con
Yeah.
that
that
I
is
can't,
fun.
really have.
It's like, yeah, you walk into a hotel lobby and it's like, oh, there's so and so. That's cool.
And,
Like,
and there's Richard Taylor, and
Exactly.
there's the guy who designed Treebeard, and over there's the guy who designed Theoden's armor, and we get to hang. You get to meet people at
Yes.
Comic-Con, On a certain level. But on another level, if you want to get to talk to some other people, like the cast of Walking Dead,
Yeah.
let me tell you something. They almost had a stampede.
Are you serious?
Like the deadly kind
Like zombies?
in like South American soccer stadium,
Yeah.
where like 300 people die in a crushing stampede of people flowing over the gates in a soccer stadium. Well, they almost had chaos break out just when the cast, the actors and actresses from The Walking
Oh my
Dead showed up
gosh.
for their autograph and presentation panel
In a
This-
room.
in the main exhibit hall.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
The staff,
I am glad we were not over there.
the staff who were trying to do crowd control and keeping people in a flow of line,
There's so much you can
they
do.
suddenly lost control, and there was a push, just a crazy push forward,
Yeah.
which is dangerous because that's how people get trampled.
Right.
Yep.
When people get trampled in those horrible situations that you hear about in crowded nightclubs or crowded stadiums,
Or Black Friday.
or Black Friday, that close. They were this freaking
Jeez,
close
that's terrible.
to having a bad stampede situation. And it's the first time in 15 years I literally feared for everybody's safety, trying to just get around to
Did
see.
you witness it?
Yeah, I was there. I was accidentally stuck in it
Oh, no.
because I was trying to get over to the
gosh.
ABC booth
Yeah.
adjacent.
Where the quest was.
Where the
doing-
quest was. That's
Yeah.
I was going to visit Paladin Bonnie and Paladin
Yeah.
Jim and all of our friends at the quest. I wanted to see Mark Ordesky because we were doing coverage with him. He's part of the Ringer community.
Yeah.
I could not reach that physical point because of getting through the crowds at The Walking Dead who were there at the AMC booth. Or it was
nuts.
out of control. So, I mean, I love going to Comic-Con, but I also have to suffer the ordeal of going through Comic-Con. It is something unique. All those people who are watching the show who have been there anytime in the past decade know what I'm talking about. You go back further in time, Comic-Con wasn't really like that.
I know.
They didn't have Ballroom 20. They didn't build Hall H. They actually had Artists Alley that went on and on and on, and there was no crazy lines,
Well, we were
lines
just
and things like
talking
that.
with Dave
It's so
Elliott
different now.
last week, and who's been going for
Yes.
since 1987,
Yeah.
when it was just 2 small rooms, and
Huh,
Dave Elliott
yeah.
has only missed a couple years in 20 years, so he's
Yeah.
seen the whole thing go from like a couple rooms,
Okay.
the size of Meltdown, to what it is today. It's insane.
Insane.
No, it's the point that if anyone was watching our live stream on Sunday, they saw how dead we were. And it's the point that, like, it's not enjoyable. From a fan point of view, it's not
The
enjoyable
content of the
anymore.
convention is almost not. I mean, there's awesome stuff, but it's less about that and more about
There
the people.
isn't much that it, to me, is worthwhile to be walking in a throng of hundreds of people. You have to be like this, and you're getting
Literally.
In a
Like,
throng.
Wow.
It's literally like this,
And you're
guys.
getting
Not
hit
exaggerating
the whole
at
time,
all.
and then people are hitting your backpack.
You get bruises,
and
you
then
get cuts, you get
people hit your backpack, and you get jerked. And
spun around, possibly lose your fellowship.
And granted, most of these people, they're all in the same boat, and they're all pretty polite, you know. But it's just,
Well, that's why we met a few people that they don't ever step foot into the convention hall. They spend all the weekend in Hall H, in Ballroom 20. They just
Yeah.
take in all the panels, and they actually never touch the convention floor.
See that? I'm going to show this picture to everyone on camera.
Just a little taste.
Just a little taste and see.
ahead.
And you know who
I'm
that is?
using
The
violet.
back of that head, that's Kalasuri.
Oh,
yeah,
The
that's
head
good.
of the OneRing.net. There's the back of his head
Yep.
going through this crowd. You got to see this, guys.
He is the head of the One Ring is literally a flaming eye in the sky that doesn't
That's
have a
just
body.
walking
It's just a
outside
head.
the convention center.
You need to think like a box of nerds, the candy.
So were you grumpy?
That's
Hobbits,
the
Kiwi
convention
and
center,
Kiwi?
and you're the
Believe me,
nerd.
believe me.
No,
when
they
I
actually
say
the
background.
Grumpy
it's just
Hobbits.
the
They actually got
sea of
renamed.
humanity.
oh
Trying
yes.
to get through that.
I hope we weren't grumpy. I don't think we were
Believe
grumpy.
me,
We were
it's
just tired.
Insane.
And
Getting
wait,
through that crowd. It's nuts.
We were just tired and wanted to be away from. But look,
I'm telling you.
you're walking through that mess, and then you're like, okay, I need a break. I'm gonna go outside. Guess what? You're still in it. You're still
you
in it for a
cannot
good
escape.
mile.
And if you find one spot where you can, looks like a nice empty space. I'm gonna stand here for maybe 5 minutes. You will get harassed by security
No, when
nonstop.
Feely was dressed up as a Gondor or the Ranger of Ilion, she had decorations that I'd helped her put on, just little like leather straps and stuff. One came untied, so I walk over and I start to tie it. Can't stand here, move on. Okay, we moved to the side. Can't stand there, keep going. You literally we couldn't stop.
There
for
is
15
nowhere you can
seconds to
stop.
tie a knot.
We discovered though on
Isn't
the
that
last
lovely?
day.
The way
Yeah,
they
it's
take
great.
that attitude with you,
Yeah,
it's lovely.
great. It's great.
And I
You're
kind
already
of-
feeling pressured just being there, but go ahead.
Right.
Sorry.
Oh no, it's just on the last day we discovered a secret stair, and you go up. I think it's the staircase that's in the lobby, and you go up to like the second or third landing, and you're just out of view, even though the walls are clear from the security. If you go in the very middle, no one is up there, and you can sit there and like eat your sandwich and not get yelled at. And we were there for probably like 20 minutes, and no one came. We're like, this might be the golden spot.
The golden spot.
Yeah,
Golden safety zone.
Someone just asked if there are no quiet rooms like other conventions. There's no such thing.
No, there's no.
Literally all day. Imagine this. Literally all day being on your feet on concrete, walking the length of 4 football fields.
Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Never once ever being
Sitting
able
down.
to stand or sit. That takes a toll. So people who aren't fit are going to have a lot of issues.
And then you get to bump into people like this.
Show them the picture.
Oh,
Doug Jones.
he's so sweet.
And the crazy thing
bumped
is
into
that
Doug
the people
right-
like that, Doug Jones and everybody else, they're just walking the show floor
Yeah.
by themselves. Sometimes they put
Yeah.
on the
Yeah,
mask,
Doug's very cool.
sometimes they cosplay, sometimes they don't.
That's
There
adorable.
were a few times where we
I
saw
love it.
Sean Astin walking around just like checking things out, and sometimes where he was getting a little too crazy, so someone gave him a mask to hide, because then he could just walk really quickly. Well,
Right.
quickly is relative at Comic Con.
Yeah, not
Quickly
Yes.
might be like
just
2
walk
steps
without
in.
getting stopped. Yeah.
Yep. So, we got a text message from Hobbit fan 202.
Okay.
Hi, Keely and Feely. You always make me a happy Hobbit whenever an episode is made.
Oh,
good.
that's very sweet. I'm
Very
glad.
good. Thank you, Dwena. 15th anniversary is my crystal anniversary. I will call it the Dark Crystal anniversary.
I like
Because that is my favorite film of all time. All time. Even more than Lord of the Rings.
Whoa.
Favorite film of all time.
I
is The
saw
Dark
someone
Crystal.
mention in the chat earlier, and
It is
maybe
always has been that way. It's always
maybe you
been
already
that way.
know this, that Fellowship of the Ring came out today.
It
Is
was
that
an
true?
anniversary on the 29th. It's
Okay.
Of the book.
Okay.
the anniversary of the book being published.
Okay, yeah, I saw
that's
that
right.
pass
What's
by.
the book?
He doesn't know how to read.
The anniversary of the original book.
It's like these comics that are around you, except
Oh, like this?
thicker.
Like there's
Like-
some
like
shapes
this?
that like
yeah,
you
but
can.
thicker, and sometimes they don't have pictures.
He
Well,
can't
then
read.
What are you supposed to do if they don't have pictures? Like,
Cry.
Read them, learn
Because
learn
look,
words
it's all
and read them.
Color, full color, beautiful pictures. There's some words in it, but pictures.
Oy.
You make pictures in your head.
Well,
Ay,
did
burro.
they ever have like an illustrated version of Fellowship of the Ring?
No, burro, they don't. Gosh. Cállate, güey.
Then I'm happy that Peter Jackson exists.
Cállate, güey. Let's go on with the show. That's very funny. Let's start talking about the newest experience we've had. The new trailer.
Sexy
Okay.
Hobbit says, are we going to do frame by frame analysis next week? Yes. That'll be next week. This week we're talking about Comic Con.
Comic Con.
It
Okay.
was insane. So, what?
I would-
how many panels did you do last year?
But we will talk about our reactions and
Yeah.
our feelings about the trailer to some degree. But we'll
Yes.
do a very detailed FBF next week.
They're very good at that.
Yes.
So you guys, I remember last year were like arguing or competing over like, well, we got to
think
do
we went
this.
to, like,
well,
2 or 3.
This panel is going on at the same time as that panel. It's like you guys had a hard time deciding what panel to go to.
Well, it's hard because you look at the schedule, go, oh, that one ends at 2, that one starts at 5. Perfect, I can go to both. No, you can't.
No way. Like people who watch our show and stuff and know us know that we are obsessed with the show Grimm. And at this Comic Con, there was a panel and we just didn't go. Like as much as we
couldn't
love
go.
it, we just were like, it's not worth it.
We
What,
couldn't
what
even-
was it? Which panel was it?
Grimm.
It was the Grimm
Oh, for the
panel.
TV show.
Yeah, the show Grimm.
Yeah, yeah.
And
So-
it would have been awesome, but
So we the only reason we got into part of the Sleepy Hollow panel
oh gosh, that was our fangirl moment. That was very cool.
was because we waited in line and then we got into the room and we were in the very, very back of the room.
and we had to get to the luau,
And we
so
had
we're
to
like,
get
we'll
to
be
the
late
torn
anyway.
party. So we thought, you know what? At this distance, it looks the same as it does on TV, and we have to leave. So let's just skip it and let someone else, have our nosebleed seats.
So then we went out there, and then there's that little spot where the black curtains are and everything, and the actors come through and everything to get to the room in the halls. And so we're right there, and we're like, okay, at least want to see them come out and we can say hi or whatever. And so we're standing there waiting, and then Tom Meissen, who plays Ichabod Crane, comes out, and I'm like, hi Ichabod, we can't get into your panel
No,
because
he just said, hi, come on. He says, hello.
he was so jolly and sweet and adorable and beautiful, and I had my little fangirl moment. But Yes.
So then, yeah, he was like, "Come into the panel." And some guy gives us these passes completely randomly that say reserved because there's some reserved seats up front. We're like,
He's like, come in.
Okay, so they smuggled us in, and there actually wasn't anywhere to sit.
But we still
so
were
we
able
kinda
to
stood awkwardly to the side.
But it was still a lot closer than we
yeah, we
were.
could actually tell that they were humans.
Yes, see their faces.
Was it in Hall H?
It was,
no.
It should have been in ballroom 20 or something. It was in one of the rooms that's like the A, B, C, D,
Oh.
or whatever.
That's where we used to be, in
Okay.
room 6AB.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it was one of those. And it should have been in a much bigger...
Well, the crazy thing I found this year is because you've been doing the Happy Hobbit show and Darkling's taking off and everything like that, like, people were recognizing you now and fangirling over, like, oh my god, it's Happy Hobbits. Like,
Yeah, especially when we were at the Weta booth, I think, because then we're in context.
Yeah.
And so, because a lot of the time we weren't in costume because we wore our costumes one day and they were literally like soaked. There was no way else putting that.
And
thing
we're
back
just
on.
not brave or cool enough, I guess, to keep doing it even though everyone else there does and suffers through it. I'm sorry.
Well, some of those people come from the hotel right there. Like, they didn't have to walk for 20 minutes. Like, that was part of the problem is we had to
Yeah.
walk for 15 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever just to get into the convention. So you're sweaty even just in normal clothes, much less with layers of wool and all that
Oh my gosh,
stuff
and then
on.
people in latex, I'm like, you are brave.
I know.
How about the
are
people in the
brave.
Chewbacca costumes?
Oh my gosh.
Don't know how they do it.
Or
Don't know how.
you
took
could
a
feel the
picture?
heat radiating off
Yeah.
your shoulder.
Yeah, when we took
Yeah.
a picture with...
Yeah.
We took a picture with a Wilfred, and before we even hugged him, it was just like coming
Like-
near an oven.
And then you
I felt
touched
so
him
bad
and
for
it
that
was
guy.
wet.
Oh.
It was
Marvel
terrible.
Saw Feely or Keely at the Outlander booth. Yeah,
Oh,
you guys-
very cool.
You guys went moseyed over there a couple times.
Yeah,
I
they give
started...
you free stuff. I got a shot glass.
Yeah, I got a shot glass too. I loved it. I got a really nice shot glass
Something
from
you can use.
Outlander.
The
yeah.
Outlander booth was super cool though,
Something
and I
I will
saw
use.
someone asked earlier if we're fans, and she hasn't finished the first book yet, but I'm in the second. They're awesome, and I'm psyched for the show, and the booth was awesome. And yeah, I may have become an addict because you can go around. They had the castle that's there at it was the booth, and yeah, you could circle the castle and then go in and draw like a random ticket for what you get to win, like a shot glass or a shirt or something for Outlander. So I got a little addicted and kept going.
I have some nice pictures of that interior. Would you like to see it?
That's
Yes.
half the fun of Comic-Con at this point. After you've been a couple times and you know, like, the thing is like all the crazy, cool, exclusive stuff that, you know, yeah, but it's kind of stupid that some people like hog all the line
Yeah.
just to resell it.
I know.
There was this autograph signing for the new Hobbit Battle of Five Armies poster with Evangeline, Lee Pace, Benedict, and like the poster's on eBay now for $600. You know, with like hundreds of bids.
Yeah.
And I guess that's kind of cool for people that would never make it to Comic-Con ever, you know, just because they can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, here's a poster that only people at Comic-Con could have got. But it's still pretty crazy because people had to choose. Fans literally had to choose whether it's overnight to get in the Hall H line or to get in the autograph line at midnight.
Autograph
I
would have
know.
been way more worth it. You got a chance to talk
But
to them,
then-
at least to me.
You'd
But-
get some of your money back
But in
that
the
you
Hall
spent
H
going
line,
down
they
to
got all
Comic-Con.
those video
Yeah.
previews that still haven't been posted.
And here's something I found out from our TheOneRing.net staffer, Nancy, who is online as Mithril Designs. Nancy found out that they do a simulcast of all the contents of the Hall H panels over across the street at the Omni in the main
Really?
That
room.
would have been cool.
You can sit down in the lounge and have a drink and relax and just watch the screens, and you can watch the simulcast. And you could see all the actors. There's Andy Serkis,
Yeah.
Graham McTavish, and there's Oscar winner Philippa Boyens next to Peter Jackson, and the gorgeous Kate Blanchett sandwiched in between Lee Pace and Orlando Bloom. What a panel! And you don't have to even fight your way through Hall H or stay
That's
outside
perfect.
overnight. You get to see that panel, but they cut it off when there's video playback.
Right.
You would not have been able to see the trailer, the teaser trailer, just, you know, comedian Stephen Colbert hosting in only the great comedic style he can, hosting all these great people from the Hobbit cast. But speaking of the Outlander series, I'm sorry.
No,
take a
you're
look.
fine.
Graham McTavish was everywhere, and he had the most security. Did you see the size of his security
Because
guard?
he's a big guy, so they
I guess they have to be double his
He
size.
doesn't need his security. He doesn't need security.
He's a gentle guy.
But
He's an
come
actor.
on.
He's
He
not
didn't need
really.
those you know who didn't have security, and I was surprised? Manu Bennett. I mean, with all the TV shows he's been on, with Arrow and the Hobbit movies and everything like that, like he was just walking around.
HH is
We
still
were his
A.
security.
Yeah, we were. Take him to Smaug.
Take him to Smaug.
Smaug
See
tour.
that?
Wait,
There's
by
this picture.
Sunday, Manu
Me.
was such a big fan. He was
Here's the
looking
castle.
for you to take a picture with. It's pretty crazy.
That was me inside Outlander's castle.
He's off the mic.
Oh, he is?
It's
So
like
they
the
can't hear what
slideshow. We
he's-
can wait so we can keep talking while he gives the.
They can't hear what he's describing?
Oh
Graham
no,
is huge.
bit.
Graham is
that was
a big guy. He's
that was
very
just
sweet.
that was just me inside the Outlander castle with all
Very
the
cool.
all the nice art direction and little food and bric-a-brac and people in period clothing. It was like a pretty. I don't even know what the show's
Brad
about,
is
but it
from
looked interesting.
Glasgow.
Yeah, it's very good. I think you'll like it.
Manu needs no security, says Jeffrey Lindsay.
He is his security.
Hey, we saw Jeffrey Lindsay at the Lake
We
Town
did.
Luau party,
Yes, we
didn't
did.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Hello, there's
How-
Derek Vandermillen.
So how amazing was the Lake Town Luau? It was a little new, kind of a new type of party for the OneRing.
It was
What do
cool.
you think, Cliff? You emceed some of
Yes.
it.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Well, I was the MC and I was the auctioneer for the charity auction. The whole Konakai Resort is a really nice little resort place, and they don't have any outdoor lighting on their patio,
An
so we.
old cobblestone thing.
Yeah, and they provided really yummy appetizers that didn't last very long, but so many people were there just relaxing and drinking and talking to friends and so many great costumes, and I've got more pictures to show you guys, but I thought it was a very nice event.
Yeah.
It was.
Because what I kept hearing was that little girl, the girl who was, what's her name? We
Hannah?
interviewed her, Hannah. Hannah's so lovely.
Yes. she
Hannah
is.
said to me at least twice, "This party is so awesome. You've got to have more of these. You've
Yeah,
got to have more parties
year-round
like
we
this."
should do stuff like that because
Yeah.
people would go
I agree.
and have one in your state if you're somewhere far away. Just make it happen.
It was fun. We
Get
played,
people together.
We played pin the arrow on the dragon.
Pin the black arrow on the dragon. Here's me in my Hawaiian shirt.
There was a hula contest.
Oh yeah, and the ring maker Jens Hansen sponsored the photo booth, so we actually upgraded our barrel photo op.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Like
yeah.
in FantasyCon, our barrel was a little raw, and now it's like full on. It looks like weathered,
I'm
doesn't
gonna,
it?
I'm gonna show
does.
them the video playback of the
Okay.
Ring Sisters, in case they don't hear me. I'm gonna show video playback of our favorite costumers, the Ring Sisters, getting into the barrel for their photo op.
Yeah, and the barrel photo op was really cool because with the photos with the green screen, people could pretend to be in the dragon poster, the Hobbit poster, and as well as pretend to be in the barrel. So everybody had fun doing the barrel. Even Richard Taylor and the Weta crew took a picture in the barrel, didn't they?
Awesome.
Yeah, it was super good. They won a prize, didn't they? We had a lot of prizes going on at the Lake Town Luau from Weta and Weta Workshop, and the Dolly Jewelry gave us a lot of prizes. What did they win? Do you remember?
Oh, and here was our grand prize winner. This was the Smaug
That was
costume.
amazing.
She was kick-ass.
Yeah. Tell they might not hear me. That was our Smaug.
Yeah, a girl came in a amazing kind of, I guess you could say, like a girly Smaug, if that makes any sense. It was beautiful, as you can see there. She had contacts, she had Smaug wings, she had
contacts.
well, they sure looked really red or brown to me. That's
She had
what
brown eyes.
Okay,
Yeah,
well
she
then
had-
she has magically very brown red eyes. That's from my memory.
Well, maybe-
She was wearing a special effect contact.
yeah, that's what I thought.
So she didn't have one earlier in the day, and that's when I saw her.
Okay, well I don't know, but yeah.
But that was- but those were retractable wings.
Gollum.
And he was in character the whole
Oh,
time.
he was in character the whole night.
He was a method actor.
Crazy Gollum. He was so method actor, that little boy. It was so cute. It was so funny.
But what were some of the prizes that we gave out for Golf and Bowl and the costume contest? And we had some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, here's a picture of the costume contest. We had donations from Badali Jewelry, including very, very special Academy Award Good Luck pins for the Oscar nominees from both An Unexpected Journey and The Desolation of Smaug. They were limited edition, gorgeous collector's pins that were only distributed to, the nominees. And there was a number on the back so you could see what number it was out of a limited series. And then we had other beautiful things donated by Weta Collectibles. A really beautiful set of Tariel knives. Who signed the Tariel knives?
Was it Evangeline?
That's right, Evangeline.
Yeah.
Lilly. And here's the costume contest. This was everybody at the costume contest.
We got some really great footage of this that will go in a Happy Hobbit episode so you guys can see it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the lighting there was not very good at
there
all.
was
Even
no
just for
lighting.
human to human talking. For camera,
was-
didn't like it.
There was Richard Taylor.
He even did broke out his hula moves. It was beautiful.
Do you want to see that?
Oh,
'Cause I've
here
got
we
the
go.
video of Richard Taylor dancing with Karen.
Show that.
Okay.
That'd be
Here's the
amazing.
video of Richard Taylor dancing with Karen.
Yeah. That is some good moves right there.
Oh my. You win Oscars and you dance hula.
Heck yeah. We gotta see. Where's Luke's hula?
Then
Sorry, he
won't.
won.
And grind.
Only at the Lake Town Luau will you ever see something like that. That was pretty amazing.
And this is why we love all of these wonderful
This
people.
is why we got to keep doing events like this. Like even just small parties. There was probably only 100 people there,
But it's so much fun.
and everyone was in costume, weren't they?
Isn't
It's
that
like
great?
our little mood at Denver was probably like 15 people and it was amazing.
But it was Middle Earth open mic.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah,
was-
yeah, yeah.
That was
Isn't that great?
Like you don't have to have a ton of people to have a really cool event like
Wasn't
that.
there another game that we played?
Here is our other costume winners.
Oh yes.
Yes, these
There was
guys
a great
did some
porn.
great recreations of Tariel, Thranduil.
The mead
And
was
tea.
flowing freely that night. Actually, no. There
It
was
was
nothing-
overpriced
There was
mead.
there was nothing free about
No.
the mead.
There was not.
If you wanted to pay like $10 for a teeny little glass of wine, then go for it.
We're
Oh,
hap-
those were some amazing
we're all
cosplayers.
happy little
If-
hobbits with happy Hobbit budgets.
Yes, they were.
Yes, exactly.
If you guys are
We can't-
watching,
we-
you guys
we
were
can't afford
amazing.
an
This
open
is our last
bar.
picture at the end of the night with my new friends.
We can't.
Very sweet.
So
Yeah,
yeah, there
we
wasn't
had a
a
really
lot
good
of drinking,
time.
but everyone had fun, and it was family friendly. Kids were around. You know who brought his kids? Jim Rigel,
Oh, yeah?
visual effects supervisor,
He did.
Oscar winner from Lord of the Rings. He had his kids there. They had a great time. Richard Taylor was there. How many Oscar winners were there at the
I
party?
know, right?
It was like when you think about it, like whoa, what just happened?
$9 for a bottle of water. Yeah, it wasn't the best
That's
on
pretty
prices.
much kind of what it was like.
Guess who I bumped into?
That's your new
Look,
Faramir.
Ew, who are those
There's
weirdos?
your Katniss costume
She looked awesome.
and your Gondorian Ranger costume.
Yes.
Really lovely. Both of you guys did a great job.
That's
Thank
me in the
you.
photo. Ustreamer 442928 says that's me in the photo.
Wait, which photo?
Which photo?
I don't know, but that's cool.
Where? Which photo?
Tell
Which
us
one?
which photo.
Name yourself. No, what is it? What is he saying, Two Towers? Show yourself.
Show yourself.
Reveal yourself.
Reveal yourself.
Which
$4.50
photo?
they were there. Kathy says. Whew.
Girls, your costumes were gorgeous. This was amazing.
Yeah, it was really
Thank
awesome.
you.
There was just as many costumes at the party as there are at con.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very
It
successful.
was like a little convention for everyone that couldn't go to the convention.
A lot of people did not even go to Comic-Con, came to our luau.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, it was mostly people who weren't at the
Wasn't that
convention.
nice?
Yeah.
And I got such good video. Oh, and here's another one of my favorite pictures. This would be from the quest. We have Paladin Jim, Paladin Bonnie, and Paladin Jim from the quest. And you know, you might as well tell them when this TV show gets on the air next week. Everyone will know who
Thursday.
they are.
No,
Thursday.
Like 48 hours from now.
But tell them, yeah, tell them.
Yeah.
48 hours from now.
You
the
will
quest-
see them all being awesome. And Bonnie, I don't know the fellow there, but Bonnie is amazing,
Oh, yeah, that's
wonderful.
Paladin Jim, Paladin Bonnie.
We're
And there was really funny. Justin was photobombing at that moment. You'd see Justin there in the background.
Ellen and Troy.
See Justin photobombing?
Tee.
Yes.
What am I-
Gopher.
Oh yeah.
So you guys can watch The Quest on ABC Network in about 48 hours.
Someone call me creepy on the chat room. I'm gonna go kill myself.
So
It's
funny.
alright, Bover.
It's alright.
You'll live. Oh, did you guys see this?
Because you were lurking over their shoulders.
Did you guys see the remarkable Lego sculpture of
Yes.
the dragon
That lit up.
that had lights inside of it? It was
I
made
never saw
of.
the lights.
It was made of.
Yeah.
His throat would light up in the back of his mouth, and his eyes were lit. And believe it or not, the builder said in his statement there was over 317,000 plus Lego bricks that made this sculpture of Smaug.
That's
Thank you,
crazy.
Rocket Hobbit.
And can you see Bilbo in this picture?
Yeah, he's at the.
Oh
very
yeah, yeah,
bottom.
yeah.
So
yeah.
can you see
very
it? Look,
bottom.
look, look.
He's
you
a
see it?
baby Bilbo.
Look at that right there. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys this. You have to see
Where's
this.
Waldo?
Okay, this is like looking for Bilbo in this massive sculpture of the dragon. All Legos. It's really beautiful. And where was it? It was over at the Warner Brothers booth, right?
Which was a very
It was the
disappointing
only
booth.
Hobbit thing they had.
They could have had a lot of cool stuff that they did not have.
There's your dragon Smaug. Now, can you see Bilbo? You might not be able to see Bilbo, but I'm going to show you in a second. There's the dragon, and we're going to zoom in real close. Look at that, all Lego bricks. How cool is that? Lots and lots of Lego bricks. And then you can see the details on there. And there he is crawling over one of the columns of Erebor. Look at that. That's where you can see total
Did you
brick
see the
detail.
Batman zip line
No,
outside?
no. Here's
No.
Bilbo.
You could ride
And
it.
then here's
Yeah,
Bilbo
you
at the
had
bottom.
a full tower, and you could zip line like Batman with the cape and everything.
You're insane.
Where?
It
No
was
way.
insane. It was free. You could just go out.
I would have done
there.
that every day.
in the grass
Morning
area
coffee.
Out back. Yeah, it was amazing.
Did you know about this at the con?
Of course.
What grass area? out
Why
back?
didn't you tell
Where
us?
they're gonna extend the
hard to see
convention
'em.
center.
I still don't even know where that is.
Why
There
didn't
was
you
so
tell us?
much going on at the convention.
Why
There's still stuff you didn't
didn't
even know
Yes,
about.
there-
Yes,
us?
and like we never
The
would
zip
have
line?
the free time to go.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
anyway.
When other larger media outlets like Entertainment Tonight or those crappy places, when they do coverage of Comic-Con, they only do like footage of things like that.
Oh, we got a
Yeah.
call on the hotline. Go
you
ahead,
know.
Cliff.
Yes, we do.
Answer.
Oh, let's add this call to our hotline. Let's answer. Hello and welcome to TheOneRing.net live on Torn Tuesday.
Hi, who's this?
Hey, this is QuickBeam. How you doing?
Oh, this is Kathy.
Is this Kathy?
Garfameo from The One Ring?
Is this Garfamau?
My live stream is clearly behind the times.
Hello there. It's nice to have you join the show. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a Torn staffer and event organizer, Garfamau. Yay!
Hi, Kathy.
You're on the Torn Tuesday for the first time, I think.
Yeah.
I think so, you guys are supposed to be doing a recap of the convention, but I thought they were also doing a scene by scene, frame by frame, something or other.
Look, our own staffers want the frame by frame.
We're-
That's next week.
We're going to add some of our comments on the trailer today.
No, we're not, because I haven't seen it. Mum's the word.
Oh.
Whoa.
Please. Well,
That
then
was an angry
we're-
Kick him out. He's gone.
It's like watermelon for a
well, you know what? Say that again, Garth.
Kick Justin out. He's gone. I mean, seriously, covering the convention and he didn't watch the trailer?
Yeah, do you know what? We'll have the conversation without him. We're also going to do a very detailed frame-by-frame analysis next week, because then we'll have our backup team here to switch to the B camera, and we'll have all the things in freeze frame to show. In the meantime, I know that our audience, and Kathy, you're correct.
Oh, you're back.
Our audience is probably very, very curious to hear our official analysis frame by frame of the teaser trailer. TheOneRing.net will be publishing that before Thursday morning. Okay? Correct. Right, Kathy?
Yes, I believe that's what the plan is to get it up on Thursday.
By Thursday. We'll get it up by Thursday. I'm going to go home right after we do this live show, and I'm going to sit down and write my comments. We have a special Google Doc opened up with beautiful high-res freeze frames. Do you know what the talk of the town is already on that trailer?
What?
In that opening shot where Bilbo's sitting against the wall,
Yeah.
it seems that there's shrouded bodies lying in state behind him in the background. 3 of them. We don't know who the dead people are in the background. And that is what everyone's
Because
talking
we
about
don't
right
know if
now.
that's old. We don't know if that's an old tomb or if that's something newly put to use.
Yes, so yeah, it looks like you've got to see it. He's going la 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 over
Justin,
there.
are you gonna watch it tonight?
You gonna watch
it
the
live.
trailer?
Watch it in front of everyone.
Watch it now.
Watch it.
Watch
Come
it
here.
now with us during
Come
the
here.
live show. Watch
Come
it
here.
now, right now. Watch it
Right
now.
now. Get your butt over here.
What do you think,
Bring
Kathy?
it up on YouTube.
Kathy,
You guys
we're going
are
to pull it
about-
up on YouTube and we're going to let Justin react to it live.
That's a great. Oh yes, Hobbitception live.
Thank you. Excellent. We were just talking about how successful the Luau was.
Yeah, I saw that information. I saw you guys put up the video of Karen with Richard. That was hilarious.
It was so wonderful that Richard was dancing with Karen. She was having the best time.
Well, and of course, I didn't remember to have my camera on me at all, so I have, I think, 5 pictures from the night, and it was from the very end from the costume contest. So,
Nice.
thanks to you guys, I can now see Karen having fun.
On the
Have
camera.
you got any more of those?
Yeah,
Yes, please.
on the camera.
Oh, you're the best, Derek. All right, Kathy, it's awesome. Was there anything else you wanted to add to the show before we watch Justin have his reaction to the trailer?
Nope. I'll just jump back into where you guys are, which is about 5 seconds behind me.
Okay, love it. Glad to have you on the show, my dear. Thank you for and thank you for everything you did this weekend. It was
Yes.
wonderful.
Yes, all right, talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Toto.
Okay, thank you, my friend.
We talked 5
This
minutes
is my
ago yet?
favorite. He's gonna watch it.
He hasn't seen it.
He's gonna watch it.
He's watching it live.
He's watching it live now.
I just looked for Hobbit teaser, and the first hit is from Friend Hitler.
No, you
Don't
need
think that-
no.
Hitler
Why don't
should
no?
never be
Pull it up
considered
through
a
the One
friend.
Ring. Pull it up off from the One Ring only.
Yeah.
Don't
What are you
yeah.
doing?
Okay.
Did you
Don't watch it anywhere else. Just pull it up through the One Ring
see
page.
an equally important trailer yet? No! What are you talking about? Mockingjay.
Mockingjay just came out too.
Batman v Superman.
No, it didn't
That
see
came
it.
out?
Didn't see
30
it.
seconds.
Huh.
The teaser.
All right, hold on.
No, didn't see it.
I'm
All
turning
right,
off. I'm
guys.
turning off the
See it.
chat. I'm going full screen.
Didn't see it yet. But we're talking
going
about
full
Hobbit
screen.
on this webcast. But we will talk about it. I want to watch it.
I wasn't gonna watch it right
I'll
now.
try and find it
I
because
was
they
trying
took
to
it
save
down.
myself
Yes, no.
because I haven't read the book. I was ready to it's because
just a teaser.
Because I
It does not
avoided
give
it
away
at
anything.
Hall H, because I didn't see it at Comic Con. I was almost willing to not see anything until the movie comes out. So
we can appreciate that, but-
you're telling me it's worth it. All right, here we
It's,
go.
it's worth it. You
It's
just-
worth it.
and
You're not
turn
going
it
to
up.
get spoiled by
Here we
things
go.
you're
Turn
not
your-
going to expect.
Turn your volume up.
Oh, an error occurred. YouTube
Oh,
fail.
no, come on.
Hashtag
We're watching
YouTube fail.
Trees later? We will. Okay.
All right, let's see.
Oh, this is delicious.
Isn't it awesome?
God, I
No,
love.
it's DiGiorno.
Oh.
I love.
Hobbit teaser.
You're giving an advertisement right now. You need to get in on Pop Water.
I will.
Be like, hey, I
They
just
should-
plugged you on my show.
They should be a sponsor on our next party. You're blocking our camera.
It's
by
not.
the way.
It's not even working.
Ladies and gentlemen, Derek Vandermillen
And his butt.
and his noble butt
I'll take nobility.
and his noble
on my
butt.
butt.
Literally, the trailer doesn't want to load.
Are you serious?
It's not meant to be.
You must. No, don't
Oh, there
pull
it
it up
is.
from
There it
YouTube.
is. There it is.
No, dude, pull it up
There
from
it
the
is.
One Ring page. It's the only way to find it.
We embedded the YouTube, dude.
Justin, push your hat up so you can see your face.
Hold on. Hold on.
Hold up. Get ready. I'm
Hold
going to
it up.
watch your face.
Go back to the
All
beginning.
right. So,
So this is what
my
it's
reaction
like to
video
be-
is being directed by
I'll get out
these
of it.
reaction people.
Yes.
Okay.
Hobbitception now for Justinception.
Bopherception.
It's Beaufort Justinception.
All right. Here we go.
sounds like
Here we
a
go.
jerky.
Here we go.
Taste this is delicious. Pineapple.
All right. The MGM trailer. I've never seen the logos go 3D like that. They're listening to Pippin. He's not even in the movie.
Exactly.
What's Pippin doing in this trailer? And it's loading. Oh,
Is it not fully loaded?
it's loading.
Really?
Fully loaded. What's this?
YouTube fail.
What sequel uses fully loaded as? There's an action movie
Come on. Oh, there
that
it goes.
uses fully loaded as their sequel sometimes.
I'll look it up.
Dang, this is like the Rohan. When Rohan they go to Helm's Deep.
Yeah, Rohan refugees.
Oh, that looks like Moria.
They're like Lake Town refugees.
Bard looking like Superman Dracula. Is that Galadriel barefoot kissing Gandalf? Galadriel kisses Gandalf. This proves everything I told you 2 years ago.
Oh, God.
What? Bard is commanding elves? Dang, they traded up from the Hobbit sled, or from the bunny sled. I saw Sauron.
Whoa.
Dang, Thorne looks bad apple on that.
So does Thranduil. I love him in that trailer.
And Guillermo del Toro got the credit on this trailer.
Yes, he did.
They
Toro
missed
got
him
the-
last time.
We got the credit on this one.
Oh my gosh. That was finally a Hobbit movie that I've been waiting for.
It's gonna
None
be
of this
epic.
like singing Misty Mountain stupid stuff. Like let's read.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. No hour-long dinner scenes. Like that's some war stuff right now. Yes.
It's gonna be so good.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh my. Okay.
Crazy.
You're such a bad boy.
I can't even imagine seeing that in Hall H with the bass and the speakers and everything.
Yeah.
Now I got to see this in theaters right now.
What do you think? What'd you think?
I want to see it again.
Me too.
That's what we did. We watched it twice.
Well, we felt super weird because we were being
There's so much
filming it.
going on. There's like so many.
But you
different
see what
shots.
we mean about it's not a trailer that's like ba 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 ba. It's what you would expect to see, not in a bad way. It's just like wow, this is all about
Yeah,
to
there's
happen.
no new characters. They didn't show Dane. You know, they didn't show. Master
That's a
Blake
surprise.
Town.
They did not show
That
Billy
be,
Connolly.
That might be him in the sled.
No, the people in the
No,
sled are
you're
Ballin
right.
and Dwellin.
I thought it was
It's
Ballin.
Ballin and Dwellin and somebody else. I don't know who.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. But you can tell that the running river is frozen over.
Yeah.
I will have war.
Yeah. It's amazing. Cannot wait. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
What'd you think, guys?
That would have been worth camping out 32 hours for.
But why don't you get a time machine and then you could do that?
I was so sad when I didn't get into Hall H.
Yeah, and you ate your milk and cookies.
I had to have milk and cookies. That was the only thing that made me.
And they're not
I
even
was
they're
so
crappy
sad.
cookies. They're not
They
even
were
good
convention
cookies.
cookies and convention milk.
Let's talk with the fans online and talk with Happy Hobbit. Justin thinks it's inappropriate for them to use Pippin's song, The Edge of Night, in this teaser trailer for The Hobbit,
Well, I need to take
because
a moment
Pippin's
on
not
that.
even in this movie. But I think it's appropriate,
Yep.
and it's probably the only really effective thing out of the whole
Yes.
trailer.
Hot tub
is
time machine.
It's
Justin.
the emotion.
it's our emotional thread to
Yes.
Lord of the Rings that they're playing on. They're playing on our strings in this trailer. What do you think?
I loved that. I
Yeah?
wish we hadn't gotten it
Yeah, I know.
spoiled ahead
Someone
of time.
told us ahead of
that
time.
it was in it.
It
But
would
it
have
was
been way more fun to watch it without
with
it.
a
without knowing
surprise.
that.
It was still
But-
beautiful though.
No, yeah,
Yeah?
I thought it was a nice. And that's the lyrics of the song fit well for Bilbo. I mean, they
Yep.
literally use those. Gandalf uses those worlds. You know, the world isn't your books.
Yeah.
The world is out there. You know, the world is ahead.
It's very thematically appropriate. But wasn't
Yeah.
that original piece, the piece that Billy Boyd sang in The Return of the King, where did that poem originally come from in the book? Isn't it one of
can't
Bilbo's?
Remember.
Peter Jackson.
I think it's
made
one of
it up.
Bilbo's.
I think it
It's
might
one of
be.
Bilbo's poems.
So that even
think
is
it
even
is.
better.
It is. It's appropriately brought back to Bilbo. In
That's
that case.
incredible.
I have to
love
look that up. I'm sure that someone in the chat knows better than I do. That's why we love doing a live interactive show. And then when he hits the line, "There are many paths to tread,"
Oh.
a shot of barefoot Galadriel walking through the ruins of Dol Guldur.
I know.
And
I want to put
oh,
headphones
so
on
awesome!
and listen to this with like good headphones.
Yeah, definitely.
Hook it
I
up
know.
to
I
a
want to
TV.
see it on a bigger screen because the computer screen and watched it on it was so small that I was like, I can't tell what
Is
I'm
that-
looking at.
Yeah.
It looks so cool.
Well, I didn't know, but we have an HDMI connector cable over at Jeray's house, and he can connect his laptop right to his
That's
high
very
definition
cool.
television set. And whenever YouTube or some other online service shows HD, we actually do see it HD on his screen, and it looks great.
Is it a
It looks
Bilbo
great.
composition? So does it make sense to put that in the trailer if it originally was a Bilbo composition?
I think it makes
So
sense.
so is Peter Jackson secretly giving a nod to the
You can
book
post it.
by putting that song in the trailer?
Yes, I think so. Yes, I would agree with that.
So
For once, I agree with
thank
Justin.
you, Peter. Hashtag thank you, Peter.
Oh yeah. Oh, hashtag thank you, Peter. Well, we'll get to that after the third film comes out. and then we'll decide if we want to do Thank You,
I'm
Peter.
already sold. I'm sold on this right now.
He's sold.
Few months.
Did you see the other stuff that was in Hall H after the Hobbit panel? Mm-hmm. Like they showed
Marvel?
Lee Pace as freaking Ronan the Accuser from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, that
Nice.
was amazing. Amazing.
I can't wait to see Guardians of the Galaxy. Looking forward to that for sure.
And why was
That's
Andy
awesome.
Serkis there?
To promote his Imaginarium and the further success of Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, but mostly he's there to meet people and have meetings. People go to Comic-Con when they're on that side of the Hollywood fence. They go there for meetings, and I mean business deals, scripts, contracts, movie deals. That's what they go there for too.
Yeah,
It's like
you
the
didn't
bat-
think that
yeah.
and it can happen so fast. You can go from consumer to creator in a short amount of time. And because that's what Comic-Con is, like people network with each other. Like, hey, I'm popular on DeviantArt.
It's a hub of ideas.
Yeah,
And people.
people actually follow up with each other and like, wow, I checked you out online. Like you are legit. Da da da. Let's work together. Let's collab.
Yeah, it's like a crock pot of creative people.
a crock pot of creative people. I'm tweeting that right now.
A crock pot, a slow
Of
cooker,
brains.
a slow cooker of
I'm tweeting that right
brains.
Crock pot of brains.
Wow, Erovandi put together a nice library, a photo bucket library of stills from the trailer. There's quite a few nice things in here.
now. Comic-Con is a crock pot of
Creatives.
creatives. Creatives or creativity?
Creatives.
Yeah. At Happy Hobbit 1.
There you go. Now you're talking. That is a dragon destroying.
Like
Lake Town.
I just want to see like. I'm evil. I just want to see like a full hour of like
I know, I
Smaug
want
wreaking havoc
destruction,
and,
like-
and killing.
Like, I want to be afraid of Smaug, which I'm not.
I'm afraid of Smaug.
I'm not. I just want to be
So if
Smaug.
he walked in here right now, you'd like give him a kiss.
Sure.
Did you try kissing him at the booth? I tried. Like
He was way too
He's
high
too
up.
tall.
there were a couple kids that were on their dad's shoulders that
Really?
got lifted up and like touched the bottom of Smaug.
You know who
Wow.
wanted to see the dragon? It was really adorable.
As
We
long-
went over to see. You guys know our history. You know how much we go gog over Manu Bennett. Well, we went over to say hi, and it turned out he hadn't been to the Weta booth yet. And so he said, "Oh, do you know? Can you show me where it is?" So we went, "Oh, okay." So we led him over to the Weta booth. Oh no! Before that, his little girls. He has 3 adorable little girls, and
He's so precious.
we said, "There's a dragon there," and they go, "Dragon, Daddy, I want to see the dragon." So Azog, who you know is big and scary, is there with his 3 little girls who are clinging on him, begging to see the dragon.
Azog went to see Smaug.
So
That's crazy.
so he takes them to the dragon.
Viral Justin.
Oh, you're already going on. You're going viral on Twitter already, Justin, with your.
That's awesome.
The
That
One
was,
Ring
that was
doesn't-
authentic.
oh.
I literally people were with me in the
That's
live chat when I was trying to
fantastic.
get into Hall H. They know I didn't get in, and they know I could hear the screams of everybody that was inside because they could not hear the screams, but I could hear it better. I was-
pain.
pain. Like
think-
nature. I was literally 20 feet away. The door was right there.
That's
and I'm just
evil.
like, it's right there. And they're like, everyone's telling me, jump the drape,
Yeah.
just go through it. Oh, but
Why
don't
wouldn't they?
understand.
Why wouldn't they let you in?
The camera, the One Ring, I don't know. I didn't camp out. We were at the Town Luau. Here's what
Yeah.
happened. We set it up the
Yeah.
Town Luau, and I had the truck full of the barrels and all the other stuff. So by the time I left the
You were
Town
being a
Luau,
good-
it was midnight.
Yeah.
Right, and I got to from Town Luau. I drove as fast as I could at the speed limit back to the convention center, and they had capped the line. They said, "Go home. You can't camp out." I said, "But," and they said 10,000 people. Not everybody's getting in. You're done. You're not getting in. They literally told me, "You're not getting in."
Do you know what? When I found out that had gotten to that point, and they'd overbooked the line by over 2,000 people more than Hall H could physically hold, that's when I decided I'm going to go back to my friend's house and sleep in comfort
Yeah.
instead of sleeping out overnight for that craziness. I mean,
Right. So you didn't
this
get
is
in
just-
either?
no, I didn't even try.
Like hardly anyone.
I
did.
didn't even try. Do you know back 2 years ago for an unexpected journey, I snuck into Hall H very successfully.
Only something
I
Quick Beam
snuck
can
in,
do.
and it was.
Thank you.
I was
for
so smooth.
suffering. Thank
So
you
smooth.
for suffering with me. Everybody that was with me on the live stream, thank you for suffering. It made it a little more trouble, but you could see that I tried, and I tried dang hard. And if you notice how strict they were, how many leaks of the trailer happened online? How many people leaked the trailer or any pictures of it?
Nothing.
Nobody. Like Warner Brothers was walking around Hall H, no joke, with infrared night vision goggles and laser pointers, and they
As
literally
united
had
as part of
20
Bill's
people
walking
with
song
night
from
vision
Fellowship, but
goggles,
Billy wrote
and
the tune.
anybody that opened
That's
up
right.
their phone
Good.
or
So
their
there we
tablet
go.
or their screen, they instantly had a laser pointer on the lens. Like, and you know, laser pointers ruin lenses.
This is a movie, people. This is not government secrets. This is not technology.
That's what
This
they
is
said.
not anything new tech. This is nothing in space. This is entertainment. This is the world we live in.
This was really what happened.
And you know why? Money. It's all about money. Where there's a lot of money, there's a lot of security, there's a lot of, everyone invests into developing technology. And
you know, everybody that was in, all the actors that were involved in The Hobbit were on stage at Hall H except Manu Bennett. Like, they've got
Right. Which
Andy
makes no
Serkis up
sense.
there, and Gollum isn't even in the third movie, as far as we know.
nor is Elijah.
As far as we know. But
know.
even if he is, it is going to be way less the time that
Manu
Azog
Bennett
is on
is
screen.
famous as Arrow, as
Even
Algeria.
regardless of that, Azog is the main
He's
bad,
the bad guy.
besides Smaug and
He's
obviously
in the
like
trailer
Bolgan
going,
and stuff.
"To war," or whatever he says
It's
in
amazing.
Orcish. Yeah. So, Warner Brothers, you're messing up here.
What? Oh yeah.
But I was so depressed. I was so depressed that I didn't get in. And now that I've seen it, I was tempted not to watch it.
Yeah?
And come into the movie completely blind.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Well,
I mean, that's the point we're at.
And
I don't
haven't
really
read
want
it.
to see the
To
second
be honest,
trailer.
we've been around so much talk about it, so many people trying to blab about it and everything, that I'm like, you're ruining it for me. I'm sorry. Like, this is one thing that I look forward to. And I want to be surprised. I look forward to the surprises.
I look forward to
and-
the changes.
Yeah, and like being invested in it and going for the roller coaster ride. And it's not a roller coaster if you know every turn that's about to happen. So, I mean, we wouldn't have we did watch it and film a reaction.
Only because
Only because
people asked.
hundreds of people have demanded it.
and we
We would have been perfectly fine not doing it. In
It
fact,
is,
we
yeah.
didn't want to do it.
and it
we-
made it kind of weird watching.
It made it very weird and awkward. So if you want to see a strange video, keep your eyes peeled.
So Tyler in the chat room says, if I had gotten into Hall H with my camera, I probably would have been in prison. So
You
the
would have been
question is,
staked.
would you have bailed me out if that had happened?
No, we would have
Bailed
busted
you
you
out?
out. We wouldn't have paid
Yeah, I was
money.
gonna say, it wouldn't
we don't have
pay.
any money.
Hashtag free Bard.
Hashtag
Yeah,
free
we would've-
Bofer.
We would have. These are 2 barrel pin hinges or whatever, and we would have done the
Oh,
leverage
yeah.
thing and popped the door.
I would have
and
got
then-
my ring.
And then we would have put you in the barrel and rolled you out and been like, we're just delivering some wine.
Yeah.
We're just
And then we
delivering
would
some
have chucked
wine.
you out into the bay, the San Diego Bay.
And tied a little string to you and pulled you all the way back.
We're
So
strong
funny.
swimmers. We're strong swimmers. We would have pushed the boat
Hey,
for
we,
barrel.
we come from a coastal city. We can do it.
Well, we had a very successful panel presentation, did we not?
It was huge. It was our biggest room, the Indigo Ballroom.
Indeed, they had moved us to a new location.
2,800 seats.
2,800?
2,800. And you
Didn't
know,
we go right over 3,000 seats?
And you know who was in the same room before us?
I do, because I sat in his warm, fuzzy chair.
A fuzzy chair.
I sat in his warm chair.
What does George R.R. Martin smell like?
Leather and apples.
What does Manu
I
Bennett
like-
smell like?
Beauty.
He smells like his cologne.
His Cologne.
Well,
Well, I tell you what, it was true that George Martin was having a very big panel right before we came in to give our Hobbit presentation. But Mr. Martin was not there to talk about Game of Thrones. He was there to talk about his early career and his other books and TV series that he wrote back in the late 80s and early 90s. No one ever knew, but George R.R. Martin used to write episodes for Beauty and the Beast, that TV series.
With Ron Perlman?
Yes, with Ron Perlman.
And Linda Hamilton?
And Linda Hamilton, exactly.
And they're rebooting that show?
And he wrote, Mr. Martin used to write for them. Do you believe that?
That's awesome. See, that just goes to show that you can still be a writer and still do your own stuff, but pay the bills with, romantic slash fic on TV.
Yep, that's right. And he ended up making a living doing any job he could get, and that was one of the jobs he got.
Yeah.
But then right after he left, we came on stage. I moved the chair over so that I could sit in his chair. And the joke that I made was, I won this Game of Thrones. I just won this Game of Thrones.
Gosh,
and
really?
I got it, yes. Thank you very much.
You said that? I was backstage doing the PowerPoint, so I didn't even hear what you guys said.
I seriously won the Game of Thrones with Martin because I got his chair. I know, I had my geek moment just by doing that.
It's beautiful.
That was my geek moment.
Pretty awesome.
I will never wash or press my pants again.
All right, Kelly, 2 years ago, you came to the Comic-Con for the first time. It was your first convention. Now, 2 years later, you're hosting a panel in front of 3,000 people. What does that feel like?
Bless you, girl. That's a good one.
I guess
That was a good one.
I'm allergic to the question.
You're allergic to the question.
I tell you what, this might be TMI. My head was hurting so bad that I could barely think when we were doing the panel, and I had to pee so bad that I was in intense pain. So all that pain made me numb to the massive, massive crowd that was out there.
Don't edit me out.
And only at one point.
You guys both need to scoot.
No, look on that one a minute. But at some point, where'd that come from? At some point, I looked out and I was looking at all those people and I was like, wow, look at all those people. And then the pain came back and then I just couldn't really think about all the people anymore.
Retweeted by TheOneRing.
Which I'm actually glad about, because then I would have been like, holy moly, there's so many people staring at me. Well, this is what makes you really aware. You're like, don't fidget, don't pick your nose, don't what kind of face you making, stop it, don't make that face.
You suddenly become really self-aware.
Yeah, and I'm like, why am I sitting like this? Why am I smiling at that? Wait, what did he just say? Was I paying attention? Was I supposed to say something?
What am I
hey,
supposed
look
to
at that shirt that guy's wearing.
Oh wait,
I want that
shirt.
shirt. Do I know that? Yeah, that. Never mind. That it's just.
It's weird, right? it's kind of crazy.
It is. But at the same time, I at least didn't feel any intense pressure because they were not there for me. No one was there for me. People were there to hear about a movie. If that had been if I was like George R.R. Martin and everyone was there to hear about my books or whatever, then that would be weird. That would be another story.
Yeah.
I'm still putting my foot down that the Necromancer has no business showing up at the Battle of the Five Armies. Absolutely not. And I don't want to see it happen. What do you mean the Necromancer has existed since 2 films ago?
I thought they just skipped him and he's just Sauron.
No, he's holding Gandalf captive right now.
No, that's a flaming eye. That's Sauron. I saw the flaming eye in the teaser
Yes,
right
but
now.
the Necromancer is the assumed persona that Sauron has until that point when the audience and Gandalf discover who he really is.
Okay.
Aha! There we go. Okay.
Hey, look.
Secret conference going on over here.
We're talking about what food we want before.
Sorry, I'm talking about dinner.
Secret
before we
conference
fly home.
going on over
About
here.
dinner and
If you go to
cookies.
Do you guys fly out
I was
tonight?
promised
Yeah.
cookies and now she wants real
I want
food.
burritos.
Look, TheOneRing.net, we just posted all of the photos from the photo booth party.
Oh, that's
All of them,
awesome.
hundreds of Barrel Rider and Dragon Fighter photos.
Oh, those are great.
Yeah.
I wish we
want-
took one.
I know.
We never took one.
I know, I didn't take one either.
I didn't either.
Oh, we're sad people.
I really
Wow.
wanted to.
Depressing.
We suck. We should just go eat some cookies and milk. That's what I want.
I know.
And a burrito.
You suck.
You're the one.
There's
You're the
really,
worst.
really good Mexican food next door
I'm the
at
worst.
Really?
Los Compadres. But there's a Chipotle down the block the other way.
That's true.
Someone
Chipotle is
says you
amazing.
need to work on your beard first before you can be grim. Keely?
Work on your beard?
But
You're
Oh,
gonna be
George
grim?
R.R. Martin. That's what it is.
Oh, that one. And I want to say a very special thank you, Pete, our our wonderful guide, North Runner, here in the chat, and our usual suspects who love to join us every Tuesday on our show. Thank you, Pete, for pointing out that home is behind, the world is ahead, better known as The Edge of Night. That is one of Bilbo's original verses.
Justin
that is mentioned in The Lord of the Rings.
What
So
does
thank
that
you for
mean?
mentioning
Justin
that.
is the Necromancer, the horse is Sauron?
That means you can raise the dead. I looked up how to be a necromancer once because I was like, I want to be able to raise the dead. And it's like, you can't really find anything. I
It's
was
a
going to do
little
it on
hard.
Halloween night, and I was like, that's the night to go for it.
Yeah,
And I
sure.
couldn't find anything.
But
I was
now,
disappointed.
imagine that there won't be any Necromancer costumes at any Halloween because there wasn't a physical form
Right.
of that Necromancer that was shown.
So
Except for wispy black things that were attacking Gandalf.
So this is the question. Does Gandalf have to have a C-3PO moment where his memory is wiped? Like, he knows so much now that in the Fellowship, like, does he feign surprise at some of the knowledge that he's learning? When he goes back to Gondor and does some studying or whatever like that?
No, he's trying to find out the origin of that ring.
Yeah.
It's not Sauron because
Italian burritos?
when
Like, he knows too much. Like, Galadriel, Elrond,
Burrito.
and
Burrito.
Gandalf all know so much
So
now.
good.
They've got to have their memories wiped. Kind of like at the end of Episode 3 of Star Wars, where there was this huge plot hole, and then they solved it by just wiping C-3PO's memory.
yes, they did fix that. And everyone insisted that it had to happen, and that did happen. But no, I mean when Gandalf is talking to ladies, hello, when Gandalf is talking to Frodo, and he says
We just
the-
got yelled at by the teacher.
the ring
the
is
chat.
tied to Sauron, and Sauron survived. Remember when Gandalf says that to Frodo?
He's seeking
It
it,
makes-
seeking it, always seeking
Yeah, he's
it.
always
All
seeking
his
it.
will is
Yeah.
bent on it.
Yeah, exactly, that dialogue. It's called Riddles in the Dark.
Yeah.
No, it's not called Riddles in the Dark. It's called The Shadow of the Past. That's the chapter in Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah.
And so he's explaining, and Gandalf seems to have concurrent knowledge that Sauron survived. So what we've learned in Desolation of Smaug does not contradict what we have already got in the
You know, the
dialogue.
interesting
it
thing
does.
some people
No,
in
it
the
doesn't.
chat
Yeah.
room brought up is that the song that Pippin is singing is dialogue given to Bilbo in Fellowship of the Ring, of all things. So the song he sings in Return
Yes.
of the King, the film,
Yeah.
is actually in Fellowship of the Ring, which today is the 60th anniversary publication.
Yes.
So it's kind of cool that we get a trailer at the 60th anniversary of Fellowship. Like, it's Peter Jackson giving a triple nod to the book fans, saying, I know the significance of this date and this book and this dialogue on this person at this time. And it's Bilbo's dialogue.
Indeed.
So that's kind of cool. Yeah, it's like Peter Jackson's like an onion. He's like got layers.
Layers.
Like an ogre.
Ogres have layers.
Ogres do have layers. Yes, they do.
All right, let's take some questions from the chat.
Yes.
And give us a call, 530-64-FRODO, or text us, 530-64-FRODO. You can call and text, and we'll answer some questions about Comic-Con. Because there's just so much. I went to 2 panels, and one of them was torn.
1.5 one was torn.
I didn't go to any
The other
panels
one was this
all.
Webmasters. Like, it had John Schnepp, Crazy John, and a bunch of people from Hitfix.
Oh wait, we saw the very end of that.
And and
Oh,
then Manu
you're right.
Bennett dropped in.
Yeah.
Surprise. That's
Yeah,
what
he
happens
did.
at a lot of these panels. Like, people drop in that weren't on the schedule. Like, oh my God, did you go to that panel? So and so dropped in. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
oh.
We had a special surprise of someone who dropped into our panel at the One Ring.
Well, yeah, what happened there?
Maybe not surprising at all, but
Tell the story.
well, I will indeed. That's how I'm bringing it. Exactly, that's how I'm bringing it up. We had a really, really big
I'm
3,000.
not a donkey.
We had a 3,000 seat room,
Maybe I'm a donkey.
and in our 3,000 seat room, we gave a big unofficial sneak peek at the upcoming Battle of the Five Armies. And guess who walked in? Our guest, Oscar winner Jim Rigel, who was the guy who did the visual effects directing for all the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and more recently Godzilla. Gojira. So he walked in, and he had his family with him, and he's like, surprise, oh look, we have another torn staff visitor. It's Josh. who has just appeared.
Saruman.
Our good staffer Josh Saruman.
Who hosted his show from the show floor. That was amazing.
He
Torn
did.
Book Club.
He did his Torn Book Club on Sunday,
Yeah.
right on time, in the middle of the chaos of Comic-Con.
Pretty
Hello.
Right here. Crazy.
Hello there.
Right here.
Join us.
Join the
Sit on all
fiesta,
this.
sir.
What's going on over here? And don't let that microphone bump you.
I'll do my best.
Let it spank you.
We've got everybody, the whole gang's here.
Yay!
This is exciting.
This is the whole video team from TheOneRing.net.
Whoa, guys. Oh my gosh, you're right.
Oh
Yeah,
wow,
First
this
time
is
we've
it.
ever been together.
That's
on
a little
camera.
nuts.
Look at
Ready?
this great
Smile,
tweet we just
selfie.
got.
what do we get?
And we're the
Love
only
watching my
ones
torn
smiling.
family.
Pretty
Aw, that's
See?
sweet.
She's just watching us during the show right now.
Oh, that's sweet.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
It's very awesome. So, okay. One of my favorite moments, this is from the hotline, one of my favorite moments was Smaug saying, "Button Lady."
Oh yeah.
Oh, and she's a Torn staff member.
She
She
is,
is,
yes.
yes, Suzanne.
That's Suzanne.
How long has she been with us?
Suzanne the Button Lady?
15 years.
A
Yes,
while.
for about 6 centuries.
Yeah.
The Button Lady has been with the Torn staff actually for about a couple of years, I
Yeah.
think.
But she's
And-
been an institution at Comic-Con for
hello there,
many
Light of
many
the King.
years.
She's
Good to see you.
affectionately known as the Ghost of Hall H.
Yes.
'Cause
She
she's
is.
always there. She always has.
And
some
you just hear the
questions.
shuffle of the buttons as she comes. Like,
Yes.
shing, shing,
Yep.
shing.
Yes.
I am here. Because she only talks like that.
Here's my question.
And Benedict Cumberbatch actually said "Button Lady" in crazy dragon
In the
voice.
Smaug voice.
And overnight she became an internet phenomenon.
Yeah.
You know what? And I thought that would boost her followers on Twitter, but it didn't.
Really?
It should have, but it didn't.
It should have.
When
Yeah.
everybody's
Because
buzzing about Button Lady.
oh yeah, I was wandering around with her on a Sunday after the con, and people were just coming up to her left and right, wanting pictures with her.
Star and Ohara.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Hola, Hispanohablantes.
Hi.
Saniki.
Cállate, güey.
Hola.
Okay, now I feel out of my depth.
Hola.
Hola, ¿cómo estás, mi amigos?
English, please, like the orcs in Lord of the Rings. Please.
Ay,
Or you know,
boy.
maybe German or Japanese. I could probably muddle my way through that.
Oh, pobrecito, no habla español. Too bad, pa mal. As the French would say, pa
Well, don't worry. They
mal.
only asked us to speak Spanish, not you guys.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Everyone knows you're super white.
Todo sabroso.
Soy muy blanca.
Super
Mírame.
blanco.
Es ridículo.
Sí. Todo sabroso, ¿no?
Bueno, nacho.
Yo quiero nachos.
3064 Frodo is the hotline.
That is, it is. And,
Llámanos.
well, we've got so many Torn folks here on the couch. Let's do a vote.
Okay.
How was your
boy.
Comic-Con experience on a scale of 1 to 10?
But
Starting
in
with Kelly.
general, or
Wait,
what,
in
reference
In
to
general,
what?
or
No, not just in general. In general, how was your Comic-Con experience?
First number that comes in your head is.
First
Well, I
number that
can't
comes to your
answer.
head.
Yeah, you can.
As a fan, it was kind of.
As a fan,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
a 4.
It was a
Yeah.
yeah.
In general,
I would
with
say-
all our friends, it was like a 10.
Socially,
So-
it was
Is it-
awesome.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was like a 10.
Okay,
Yeah.
for the fan experience, a 4. For the unique quality of bonding with people and loved ones, it was a 10.
Although I will say,
Okay,
like
I was going to say mine was a 5.
Yeah.
Overall,
Yeah.
it was a 5, except
Yeah, I
for
would-
special opportunities to
yeah,
see
I
people.
would give it overall a 5. Like my one big criticism of Comic-Con is that it's so crazy. You really don't have a lot of time or opportunity to spend some good quality time with your friends. Like
We've
I
been
was only
talking
able to
about-
spend like some time with you, like just a little bit. Like I think Alex and I spent the most time together
Yeah,
just going around and
wandering.
around the
The
Outlander
Outlander
booth.
As I said earlier, that's what, just circled, man.
That's the bonding experience right there. Just going
Waiting
through
in
it
line.
And they were
and
so,
getting tons and tons of iPhone
they
details.
they were so into it
Yeah.
that they walked right by me and didn't even notice me.
Hey,
Well, that was
were
actually
at-
we were going to the Lionsgate
Yeah, that's
booth
true,
to get
you're-
Mockingjay posters.
Yeah.
So
over and over and
I
over
just
again.
heard, I was like, I recognize those voices, and I turned around and I see them walking by. Like,
yeah.
Wow, I'm an outside observer now. Like, I'm not even part of it.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
that's-
absolutely.
That's been my experience
That's
the entire
everybody.
con.
Okay.
It would have been an 8, but I didn't get no Hall H, so
In
it gets a
España no
5.
comen burritos.
I didn't even try
Es
for Hall H.
triste.
Oh,
I
I
figured
was so bummed.
I figured whatever was going to happen in Hall H, I would hear about it on the Twitter and the Facebook and the YouTube right away. And sure enough, I did.
Yeah.
Indeed, you did. Do you
Without
have, what's your
having
Twitter?
to
My Twitter?
Yeah.
Do a touring book club. That's easy.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah. By Josh.
Somebody
That's so
knows.
fantastic.
Stephanie is a regular on our shows, and she's tagged everybody. Wonderful, thank you.
Sweet. I don't know if you talked about it because I'm a latecomer here, but today is the 60th anniversary of Fellowship. We talked about that?
A little.
Okay.
But
We did.
talk if you wish.
No. I was just wondering if it was
We
mentioned because I'm the
We
book
did.
club guy, so I feel like it's my responsibility to talk about it.
For sure it is. And it also seems to be kind of like simpatico with everything that we were talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
The sudden closure of the Middle Earth films, and we're talking about this teaser trailer that just came out for Battle of the Five Armies.
Yeah.
And then we were talking about, isn't that song that Pippin sings, again used in this new teaser, one of Bilbo's original walking songs?
I believe it is.
And it was, and that was confirmed by our viewers who came into the chat.
Yeah.
And then it just all comes back to Bilbo full circle, and then it comes back to the Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah.
Right back
So it's
today.
to Bilbo and to Frodo.
It's absolutely perfect. It all seems to be circular.
I really like that because, while people are celebrating, and I did put a post out onto the Torn Book Club Facebook page for people to talk about their first experience reading Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah.
And what that was like, because, I've talked about it at length on the show, so I'm not going to bore you with it here, but...
You know when my first reading of Fellowship of the Ring was?
Never.
Never. He doesn't know how to read. Go home. Go home, boofer.
We love you, Justin. Come back.
Come
back.
on. Good boy.
Hey, if you
Sit.
didn't brag about not reading it so much, we would have
What?
made a guess.
Oh, your dog bed! Your dog bed! Someone asked what you thought of the trailer.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I just I took a little time off of work and did my frame-by-frame analysis for the big staff post for
so
later.
it is Balin and Dwalin on that chariot going across the frozen surface.
Actually, it's Dwalin, but it's also Keely and Feely.
So there's Dwalin, but there's Balin in his red.
Well, this
the only
was
person wearing that color must be Balin.
Well, this is
3, 4, 5.
this is true,
Love
but
that joke.
the thing that I noticed and that Green Dragon pointed out too was that while he's wearing the colors that Balin is wearing, he's not wearing the same outfit that Balin is wearing, and his hair is different. So the speculation is maybe that's Dane.
Really?
Yeah.
No,
Really?
Dane rides a war pig. They would not
Huh?
give him a sled.
That's
they,
not
They
battle.
better not give
Yeah.
him a sled. I know Chris
No.
was all about sleds in the first Hobbit movie, but no more sleds.
Well, I think this is just a one-off. I'm sure he's got the war pig for the
What if I
for
showed
the
up
big
in
battle,
sled?
but I think this is just a skirmish, and that is a really badass battle wagon.
It is.
And
Hey,
you
Doug, we've
notice
got
that-
Doug Brochu watching our webcast. Thank you, Doug, for
Hello.
watching and retweeting. That's kind of awesome. It's good to see you, Doug. Doug Brochu, ladies and gentlemen, who has been a very special guest before on our previous webcast.
So I read it in 2004.
Reddit?
Yeah.
What?
After the third Lord of the Rings came out.
You read the Lord of the Rings, and well, you've done more than Elijah Wood has done.
I know. So I am so justified. Thanks for bringing that up.
Justin.
Oh,
okay.
Like
Okay.
you cannot hate on me for not reading The Hobbit because your Frodo.
Our very own
has
Frodo
been
admitted that he never read the Lord of the
on
Rings.
stage in
Yes.
Hall Age. Frodo has never read
Yes.
The Lord
This
of
is
the
true.
Rings.
So you've read Lord of
This
the
is new
Rings, but
I've
information.
read
I
Lord of the
didn't
Rings.
think
I've
this
read
was
The
new information.
Silmarillion.
I thought
I've
we
read
did this
the
for a long
Unfinished
time.
Tales,
I knew
but
that 2
no
years
Hobbit.
ago.
why
And
not the
I'm
Hobbit? The Hobbit's the
totally
easiest one of those.
Justified. I'm totally justified. Thank you, Roy Tolkien. I now have some ammo.
You better tweet him right now.
Frodo.
But guess
never
what?
read it.
Elijah Wood
Having said
doesn't
that,
have
really,
a show
dude,
every
just
day
read The
where
Hobbit.
he's
Come
saying,
on.
"Let's analyze The Hobbit."
He did that, except not.
If Elijah
just
had
bring
a show, if
perspective.
Elijah had a show every week talking scholarly about The Hobbit,
No,
then
he talks scholarly, and I'm just his counterpoint. I'm his foil.
Foil,
Foil.
like in a burrito.
Okay.
What's with all the burrito talk in the chat room?
it's me. I'm hungry. It's because that's what we were whispering about. I got yelled
you
at by
get your
the teacher.
spaghetti
I said
burrito?
I was promised cookies and she wants a burrito.
Did you get a spaghetti
Yes,
burrito?
we got the burrito, but I want a burrito now.
You want a burrito?
a burrito,
A
not a
burrito.
mari.
Listen, from the trailer, this is all I have to say. Keely sure healed completely and quickly.
Time
Yes,
jump.
he did.
Time
Right?
jump.
Kind of magical.
Time
Yeah.
jump.
So it's-
Gee, I wonder
does that-
why.
He was healed with
Does that mean
magic.
Tariel is a super powerful elf?
Of course she is.
Does she know spells that Arwen doesn't?
She might know recipes for like
Maybe.
cookies.
She's actually.
Oh.
It would be helpful if she was the captain
She's
of
an
the guard to
avatar
also
of
be a
Tom
healer.
Bombadil. There you go.
Oh, what if Toriel is Tom Bombadil after all this?
With a sex change?
Yes.
No,
No
she's
yellow
like
boots?
she's like a.
They call it a
She's a
gender
projection.
switch.
Because Tom Bombadil is the most
What if-
Someone
powerful
says you should
character
read
in Middle Earth.
Darkling.
What if Toriel gets some Tom Bombadil dialogue? Will Cliff
she grows a
slit his
beard?
wrists? That's the question.
What was
right
that
now
about
for
Darkling?
everybody.
Someone said that Justin should read something culture himself or something. Wait, something cultured like Darkling.
It is a good book.
Cultured? Has everybody here read Darkling except for me?
I've read it.
I haven't read it.
Yeah, I heard it's pretty bad.
Kelly here was my first guest on my show talking about the book.
Famous.
Talking about a book I never read.
Yeah.
But you know you wrote it, so it's okay.
Yeah, I wrote it, so I didn't
Yeah.
need to read it.
That's okay. I haven't read the book I wrote either. Well, actually, no. I'm reading it now and
Maybe.
realizing how horrible
But
it is.
you're reading it.
Oh
This
my
is like
God.
10 years ago. Like.
Yeah, I'm reading it now and
So
rewriting it.
You're almost as bad as Justin, reading a book 10 years later after everyone else did.
Yeah. That's
funny.
true. Yeah.
What a bummer.
But you see, unlike Justin, I can do something about it and make it better.
Oh.
Whoa!
Uh-oh.
Oh, honey. Throw him a cookie. Throw him a cookie.
I
He's
need another
sad.
cookie.
So,
Well, I would have thought I'd see a lot more Smaug the dragon in that teaser trailer.
I'm
Only
guessing
one-
I'm kind of
because
glad we
we've seen
didn't.
so
Based on the
much.
poster. Now, which poster do you like more? The
I haven't seen the
Bilbo
new- other one.
poster
I haven't seen Bilbo.
or the dragon poster?
I love the dragon poster.
I
of
really
Bard.
love the dragon poster, although the
great.
Bilbo poster is really cool too.
It
But
is.
Is the Bilbo poster accurate to Bilbo's story? Like, he looks like Braveheart,
I haven't seen it.
Well, let me see if I can bring it up.
Okay.
doesn't he? You
Yes,
said-
because I've never seen it. Yes.
but doesn't he look like a fallen warrior?
No, he looks like a guy who is praying over the corpses of his fallen comrades.
Oh,
Holy
dun
smokes,
dun
spoiler.
dun.
Oh yeah, fallen comrades. Remember, nobody has died yet in any of these Hobbit films. We expect
Not
quite.
even the bad guy.
Today-
we
Hate on
yeah, not
Justin.
even the bad guys. So
Sorry,
we,
that's everything.
we do expect a few, at least a few.
Look at all the
They're gonna drop like flies, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, the Battle of the Five Armies is gonna knock
Okay.
you
You'll
out.
need a lot
Okay.
of Kleenexes
There we go.
with you.
I hope.
Here,
I hope
we'll bring
so.
it up here.
I hope so.
Yeah.
What? They have
Okay,
Bilbo
so-
He's doing
drawers?
TiVo.
Who's doing TiVo?
Lousy dang internet.
It's like going to the library.
If you're a American football fan, you'll get that joke. Tim Tebow,
Yes?
Tebow, he has this pose,
Yes.
and Bilbo's doing that.
Oh, he is kind of
Oh,
T-bowing.
it is
yeah.
T-bowing. Yeah.
T-bowing.
He is kind of doing that.
Yeah, that's
I'm
funny.
photoshopping that. You know what I want to do? I want to Photoshop a bunch of characters into the dragon poster. Like,
Yeah?
you know, the kid running away from something. Like, you know, the Smaug poster. Just like our photo booth thing where people could, like, fight the dragon.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not
Okay.
really the poster. It's a desktop wallpaper based on it, but you can sort of get the idea.
Tebow
Whoa!
Baggins. Tebow Baggins. I love
That's sad. I love it.
So
Oh,
as-
that's very heavy for a little Bilbo, but it's
Yeah.
appropriate.
It is.
But
Okay,
I like
got
that
that.
I like
we
it.
see some heaviness with Bilbo, especially in the
Yeah.
teaser trailer.
Sweet Bilbo.
I like his little monologue where he's like, I will remember all of this,
53064
because like
Frodo.
it pretty much just leads right into the Red Book, like
Mm-hmm.
that's what starts it. So
Those-
that's
A
that's
sports
kind of
joke on here. Are you really that offended?
yeah.
We're major soccer fans.
Frodo.
Yeah. You can like more than one thing, you know.
So let's as we come around to the 6:30 mark here
Burritos.
in Pacific time. It is almost 6:30 p.m. As we bring the show to a nice and graceful closing, what shall we do? Shall we talk and finalize our comments on San Diego Comic-Con? I am of the opinion that Comic-Con will eat itself.
Yes.
It will consume itself. It
Yeah.
has
Very soon.
It will be like that Abira Nariba
It will
that eats
never-
its own tail and just consumes itself.
It will never.
It's gotten
leave
too
San
big,
Diego.
too much,
Well, no.
too far, too much gone, and nothing but burnt out.
Oh, you know
I am
what-
Yeah.
burnt out.
know what was
That's
happening?
my last
Yeah.
my last word
Okay.
on that.
People were
Let's go,
Airbnb-ing their cars Like people.
A car?
Yeah, you could sleep in someone's car for $25 on Airbnb.
Oh,
People
yes, you
were
can.
Airbnbing their car.
Yes, they were.
For people to
That's not a
sleep
bad
in.
idea.
Yeah, Ed Comic Con.
That's an awful idea. Are you kidding me?
Oh no, it's brilliant. I wish I thought of that.
That's
Okay.
definitely.
Well,
Next year, I'm gonna Airbnb the barrel.
Well, do we want to go
Burritos
down the
well.
line with final thoughts on Comic Con?
They're telling us to talk about burritos.
What's it? We're not
not gonna-
Nerdist.
we're not
we
gonna
can't
talk
do the burrito joke. We're not Nerdist.
Yeah.
Nerdist is right there, like 20 feet away.
Just
I
because
don't know anything about
just
that.
because we're in the Nerdist theater doesn't mean we are the Nerdist.
We can't.
don't
I
know
am the
anything.
nerdy
He
yes.
has a trademark on his catch line. We can't talk about burritos.
Yeah.
Talk
Comic-Con
about
was
eating
insane,
burritos
but
or
awesome.
anything like
Are you
Yeah.
ready to
Okay.
go again
No.
next year?
I will go next
Maybe.
year, but I'm not ready now.
No.
Okay, you're gonna.
There's
Okay.
a con exhaustion.
Yeah.
Especially when
I'm-
you've done
This is
four
number
and
4.
I'm
I'm
haven't been
definitely
home for,
in
like,
Conzosha now
forever.
because this past one was my 13th Comic Con.
13th.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. I hit 15.
So you know what?
Yeah.
It's the number of dwarves. I think I'm ready to retire.
Ready to retire.
I would
for a while.
I would rather take some time away and maybe do more WonderCon, Emerald City,
smaller
New York
cons.
smaller
Yeah.
cons
That
where you
are
can
more
actually
fun.
where you can interact with people more and everybody's not go all the time and there aren't a billion things to see and you can actually enjoy the company of other fans because that's what I love most about conventions.
Yeah. I love Dragon Con. It's my favorite experience. And I'm looking forward to that so much in about a month and a week from now.
I just want to say that some of our wonderful people that helped Vote Bilbo become a thing were head over heels over the fact that Stephen Colbert talked about Grond's penis.
Yes.
Grond got a huge shout out.
Yep.
Yep.
Like that meme is not dead, and that just shows that
Yes.
Stephen Colbert is aware of Grond.
He's aware of Grond, and the joke about Grond actually being carved with genitalia became quite the joke that day.
So
Not
good
that I ever
job-
thought-
Good job, Gothy, on keeping the dream alive.
Never thought I'd be talking about this. Never would have thought I'd be talking about this 13 or 14 years later after.
No.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
My God, I've been in this since 2002. I'm like, oh my God, how are we still going?
So
We
the,
are.
the question is,
Stop with the dang
should
burrito
we
talk. Now you're making
should
me
the
hungry.
One Ring continue on now? Should
Absolutely.
Should we do panels? What will we
course.
talk about next
Anything
year?
and everything.
We'll talk
should
about
all
other
quit and
adaptations
get a
of
big
Tolkien.
severance
Extended
package.
You go live in a box.
Extended
on the street.
editions.
Oh, well, that's one
Like,
small thing. Well,
The book club is going to keep going long after all this is done because there's no shortage of books in the world.
that's right. We're going to be talking about, as far as the worlds of Tolkien goes, we're going to take a look at any other adaptations by other artists who bring their hand to Tolkien's work. And we'll take a really close look at the big, mega Hexology 6-movie edition that you know will ultimately be coming down the pipe.
And we definitely
Oh,
want
yeah.
to do another off-site Comic-Con party, unofficial, official Comic-Con.
More
Closer-
parties.
closer
More
Yeah,
parties.
to
those parties were fun. Like the Lake Town Luau was fun,
It was grand.
even if my flip flops hurt like crazy.
Haha.
Grand burritos.
Grand
Grand
burritos.
burritos.
Okay,
I
are we
like
ready
that.
for grand size burritos?
Yes.
They're
Oh,
bigger
yeah.
than the average burrito.
I would
yeah.
eat one.
Especially if
Okay.
you get one from Marito. They have a marinara burrito.
It's so
really
good.
It sounds weird, but it's good.
Sounds good to
Okay.
me.
Flaming hot.
Sounds good.
Yummy.
All right. Well, thank
I'm
you for
down.
joining us on our San Diego Comic-Con recap.
As you can tell, we're getting
2014.
loopy.
It was amazing.
Thank
we-
you.
It was fun.
Are we going to back this up and archive this video?
Uh-oh.
I hope
Uh-oh.
And
We better,
Delete
because
us.
it also includes Justin's reaction to the trailer.
Yes, save it, save
Thank
it.
you for
Save it.
thank you
Yes.
for joining us,
And-
guys. We'll see you next Tuesday.
And I'll see you on Sunday.
And definitely you'll see the Torn Book Club on Sunday. And by Thursday, by the time Thursday rolls around, we will have on the official main page the frame-by-frame analysis with all the Torn staff contributing their thoughts. Thank you guys very much.
Bye.
Buenos noches y buena
Adios.
suerte.
Mwah.
Take care.
Burrito time! Burrito time!
Burrito time.
Burrito time!